Now, last time that we were here, I talked about my best friend and how basically he was manipulated and all this other shit, and how he became supposedly, well, guess kind of a man whore. But now we're talking about the real whores, the real sluts, the real bops. Now, to actually preface this video, I have no problem with sex workers or any of them, but to be completely honest with you, this has been everywhere, and I just want to talk about it. The Bop House. This is how you get 1 million followers in just a few days, chat. Attract the gooners. My God. Now, I don't really know all of these individual women, but I know Sophie Rain, and I also know none of the other ones, but I will list them off in order on this website right here in front of me. Aisha, Sophie, what the fuck? Camila Archurura, Julia is this bitch's name just fucking Filipino? No. I swear to God, yeah, no, you're not getting all those goddamn words out of me. Regardless, each one of these individual women are some of the top earning OnlyFans stars right now, at least. I mean, if you already know Sophie Rain, she's made about 40 million on just her OnlyFans alone. Regardless, I first got alerted about this topic by Twin, of course, Aiko, and Alonzo. I started realizing that this became a real epidemic because, well, I remember hearing about Sophie Rain due to the fact that she attracted minors. Now, a lot of people question me about this, but obviously, she uses Marvel superheroes and other cosplays to kind of attract a younger minor fan base. This is completely obvious with the way that she markets herself, and then she's also on TikTok, the biggest gooner fan base apart from, of course, Twitter. But TikTok, of course, also includes a lot of kids, but it doesn't end there. Sophie Rain has also distributed her fucking pics to minors, whether inconsequentially or not, because her manager is sending these people pictures of her if they do certain things with a post, or they interact, or they message her, or they do something like that to just get her more publicity and get her stats up. Then they'll get private pictures that are free, all coming from her Twitter if they message her. So, you know, big goon time. But most of the controversy is coming from Piper Raquelli. It was a 17-year-old. My fucking God. The thing is, they're treating this like it's a big fucking joke, and Piper was saying like, I'll get you guys out, don't worry girls, don't worry. Obviously dicks like it so that she can get, you know, a little bit more fame and clout off of this shit, but I mean, do what you gotta do, I guess, if you're 17 years old and want to slay yourself out. Regardless, they shot down this idea, but I'm pretty sure that they are still in somewhat contact with her due to that video. So the way that they're addressing this is not in the best fashion, and also in the fact that they are saying that 500,000 desperate, lonely men had built up this entire empire of just, I guess, erotica, I guess you could say. Regardless, a lot of people found this account like very mere minutes because of the fact that, you know, gooners, they'll know anything. But also they're having tryouts. Like, this is not phase 5, but these people are trying to get inside the Bop House. If you realize, if you look up hashtag Bop House or anything upon those lines, there are people trying to get inside the Bop House so they can have a home, I guess, and be interacting with Sophie Rain and all these other women that are inside of this house. Some of them are even men, and they're just dancing their asses off in Spider-Man suits. I think it's kind of satire, but you know, it's pretty fucking funny if it is. The thing is, I'm not sure this is really gonna last that fucking long, to be completely honest with you. This seems more like a publicity stunt, and it's pretty fucking obvious that it pretty much is. With certain houses like AMP and, like, you know, the British motherfuckers that I can never fucking remember their names of, as well as, you know, KSI's The Sidemen and all that other shit. These are houses filled up with many content creators with their own separate fan bases, and they all kind of collide together into this culmination of positivity and just overall gaining each other subscribers and just having fucking fun. Plus, most of these people already play with each other or have past or history for a few miniature amount of years at least. They have a collection of videos that they've already done together, and they actually have chemistry between each other to the point where they have been friends. I mean, I'm pretty sure Phantom and Kai have already met up before they were even in the house, as well as Duke and all the other shit. Most of those people make sense in my mind for having a house and actually genuinely living together because they actually like each other and they actually have genuine chemistry, and it makes for good content. Plus all the other outside activities that they do, and when the EMP was still in like 2020, 2021 area, that shit was actually fucking funny and hilarious. But now it's kind of like overdone, and I feel like it's kind of played out. Even though motherfuckers can still enjoy that shit, I just genuinely don't like watching Kai Cenat get sturdy for the 15 millionth time to like some random ass fucking song, and then Phantom's fat ass has to walk through the door and Phantom tax him so that he can just get some content. I mean, it was still pretty fucking funny to this very day to just watch a few of their clips and just, like, you know, monitor what the fuck they're doing. But when we had houses like Team 10 and all that other shit, and like I'm pretty sure the TikTok house with Charli D'Amelio and Lil Huddy and all that other shit, it didn't really rock it off like the rest of them, because most of these people didn't actually have real chemistry. I'm not even sure Charli D'Amelio and fucking any of those people actually liked each other within that house, apart from of course their boyfriends and all the other shit and like the people they're actually in relationships with. But that's really fucking it. Those are the real only people that have chemistry together within that house, and that really only makes sense if they are the only two people in that house and they live together and they make like a reality TV show or some shit. Plus, they were all like a bunch of teenagers, and they're not that much older because they're OnlyFans models that are like almost freshly 18. And that's the attraction for some of these people, is that these middle-aged men and these older men and some of the even the little gooners, they're all attracted to the fact that Sophie Rain is kind of like a virgin, you know what I mean? No fucking Madonna. And that most of these women are also freshly out of like their teenage years, because this is technically their peak of like attractiveness. Because, you know, when motherfuckers try like going for porn stars and shit, they will always go for like the youngest demographic they can get because of the way that they look. I think all women are genuinely beautiful, and they actually like develop more with age, and it makes them genuinely more attractive. And I feel like that's like a very normal standpoint for most people. But for a lot of like these people that are like halfway predators, that's like how they see that shit. And even in some instances, like some of these people that are like, you know, actual like P stars and like were actually on the hub for a while, they actually have real personalities and actually have like shit that they do outside of porn. Violet Myers is tapped in with the underground, has like her whole own YouTube channel and like a whole bunch of other shit. Like she literally talked about Jades before. I'm not sure if you actually know this shit. Not only that, she collaborates with people on YouTube, and then she has like interesting video ideas, and then she has like a whole personality. Same shit with like Angela White and some like these other like P stars. Like they're on the Jimmy Zhang channel. Shit, even Mia Makalova, whatever the fuck her name is, went on that one dating show with Schlatt, and then she had a personality. Some of these women are just genuinely like real people. They have actual connections with some of their fans and actually show themselves. Shit, even Lana Rhoades has like a baby now and actually has like a podcast that actually is somewhat interesting. These women have nothing else except their bodies, really. I mean, if you saw like an interview with Sophie Rain, she just seems boring to me. And even though the Gooners will keep them afloat for as long as they can, the people that would actually sit there and actually watch content from these women, they'll get bored within the first 10 minutes of like one of their videos, if they actually had one. Because most of the time they're just doing these little short TikTok videos, but at some point it's gonna get boring. And also, if they actually do get boring and all this other shit, that house is gonna probably be fucking abandoned within a few years. Because how can they consistently stay afloat even if they have all their OnlyFans numbers and Sophie Rain's covering the majority of it? It's a pretty big fucking house. If it's housing this many girls that also do OnlyFans, and even though, yeah, they all do make a decent amount of money, if the actual content isn't working, then why would they all stay together and live with each other, especially if they all don't actually have real chemistry? Sophie Rain might know at least like a few of these girls because I've seen her posted up with them, and yeah, they do collaborations in certain instances, but that's mostly just for business. How can this genuinely sprout into something that actually is profitable and they actually have chemistry with? Because some of these girls just seem like randoms. Random people sprinkled in there that they actually don't even like, and they're just using them for the fact that they can have money and they can attract like their part of the fan base. Yeah, sure, Camellia and fucking Julia can have like a 10-year friendship and assistance or whatever the fuck, but what about the rest of the girls? How the fuck do you feel about them? And actually, do you really know any of them? They even are like starting fake beefs in between the house already. They're already pulling publicity cards so that they can actually just get more fucking viewers. It's so crazy to me. Usually YouTubers will start a fake beef at some point in the future when their house is actually fucking dying, like at least 6 months later. They're doing this shit right now. Like supposedly Aisha and fucking Sophie already have fake beef. It's been like 3 fucking days, bro. Give it a rest. I'm also like at the same time looking at the comment section right now. Motherfucker, they're talking about Pack God. None of these motherfuckers are actually like real individuals that are like at least 20. None of them, none at all. And you know what's even worse? On YouTube Shorts, they have ads of Sophie Rain on Poly AI, and they also have just straight up like T-stars just riding, even though it cuts off to the point where like you actually can't see the tip of anything, or like you can't see the sex toy or anything, or like whatever the fuck she's actually doing, but you can obviously understand what's actually being hinted at here. And this is on YouTube Shorts, like the actual main part where all the kids are, and it's all to promote like these shitty ass games, or like even sometimes like just viruses or whatever the fuck. Regardless, it says like some shit like click here to see the full video, or like actually like stop the cutoff, but it doesn't actually do that shit. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. Sorry for that little side tangent. I just hate these fucking porn ads on YouTube, bro. Somebody has to fucking stop it. Because the Bop House will not last until like next year. At least that's what I think. If this shit actually exists in like 10 years, then fuck it. I guess I was just wrong and I just never understood the potential. That's just fucking me, bro. I don't know. I think this shit is deplorable and disgusting, and I don't think that she should continue, and hopefully it'll be over. I love you all, and I hope that you're having a great day. Genuinely, please do not go into any of this shit. I know that you're smart enough to understand there's leaks. A lot of these girls, in my opinion, are pretty fucking mid, so I wouldn't even do that shit. But regardless, listen to Frank Ocean and that new Edward Skeltrix album, please, please, please.